Hi everyone, this is Holly with KeepThoseScissorsFlying.blogspot.com. Okay, we're going to make a really simple card today. It is Memorial Day. The weather's kind of crummy here in Michigan. Again, we're about 70-ish degrees, so what better things to do than make a couple of cards. Okay, we're going to make this card, which actually is this one, but this is the layout of what it will look like. This is in the brand new Make It From Your Heart Volume 2 book. As you can see, I've got mine all dog-eared and ready to rock and roll and loving it. So the only difference is this card is going horizontal, and we're actually going to turn it and go vertical. So let's get started. So the first thing I did get all my measurements cut and everything. So the measurements for this card will be up on my blog later today. But this is the Laughing Lola paper that we're going to use today. This is 3/4 by 4 1/4, and then this sheet, which would be the back side, measures 2 1/2 by 4 1/4. So it's just the flip. So that's that. And then we're going to use these two sheets. We're going to use black cardstock and daisy white cardstock, and the daisy white is 2 by 3 and the black is 2 1/4 by 3 1/4. Okay, so if you didn't get those, don't worry, go ahead on over to the blog and you will be able to there. So first things first, let's kind of start building our card. And as you can see, I am using my guide just so I'm making sure that I am getting it in the middle-ish. So let's just now get those pieces on. The stamp set that I am going to use for this card is the promotion stamp that is being offered this month for September for National Stamping Month. So that's what we're going to use. I'm going to set that aside, set my black aside for a second, and we're going to do our stamping here. We're going to use some slate ink. And the stamp says hugs, kisses, and best wishes. If anyone who knows me knows all my cards, everything is always signed Hugs, Holly. So I just thought that was kind of fun. And then we're going to just do a quick swipe just to give it a little dimension. It's going to define the edge of the white daisy paper, so when it's laying next to the black cardstock, you'll be able to see a definite definition, and they kind of run together. So that was that. Okay, so let me set that aside. We're going to actually adhere your sentiment. It's not quite straight, but it's okay. Then we're going to put some foam on the back of this. Let's just add just a quick snip here in the center. Now, before I go to put the sentiment down, I'm going to slide a pretty pin, a hat pin, and don't poke yourself because they are kind of sharp. But if you run them through your foam tape, then nobody else will get poked other than yourself. So that's that little trick. Now, this pretty hat pin, it came from the new black mini medley set, and as soon as I can find the packaging I will show that to you. But let's set that on like so. It's getting there, right? Okay, let's add a little bit of the black shimmer ribbon. Oh, here's the mini medleys. It comes with some pretty buttons and some sequin, long string of sequin, and then some other sequins that are already pre-adhesive that you can pop on, and then the pin. Actually, I think there's 4 pins, so kind of a fun set. Now let's add a little bit of our ribbon. This is the black shimmer ribbon, so let's add a piece there, and then we're going to add another piece to the top, just like so. Okay, black shimmer ribbon. Loving that. That's another new one for the book. So let's set this aside because now we're going to do a little bit of other stamping. I've already gone ahead and did some, but I want to show you how quick and easy they are to do. Now I cut these off of my Cricut. These are off of the Art Philosophy stamp set, or Art Philosophy Cricut cartridge, sorry about that. Now in order to make this tiny flower, which actually is 1 inch, I am going to use my keypad, and it is a shift right up here, the second from the last button in the first row. I call it A9. I number mine A, B, C, D, E, and then 1 through 10 each row, and I always label that inside my book just to give me a quick frame of reference. Now the other flower is this one, and this is cut at 1 3/4. So that would be shift C10. So here's my C row all the way here. Real simple, real easy. Art Philosophy. Love that one. Okay, so let's stamp these. Now I'm going to stamp them in the archival ink because the archival ink is actually nicer. It dries real fast for the purposes of using the alcohol markers. Now, I may not get it smack dab on the money because I tried to stamp on a black surface. Let's just wiggle this up and we'll set it there. And if my head goes in the frame, I'm really sorry. There we go. Let's check. See, much better. So set that one aside, not the crummy side, the good side. And we're going to ink up the other one. Let's put that over here on my other work mat. And press. Give it a little more press. And voila. Super simple. Now, I am using the alcohol markers by Close to My Heart to do the coloring. I'm not going to color the two that I just got done stamping for you, but I'm going to show you what I actually did use. Now, this is Twilight. This is the Twilight Dark alcohol marker. And that is what is this pretty blue. It's pretty close to the blue that is inside Laughing Lola. So as you can see, it's quick, it's easy, no fuss, no muss. Voila. So set that aside to dry. So I used Twilight Dark and just a hint of Sweet Leaf along with Smoky Plum and Honey. So those were the 4 colors that I used that kind of I felt matched really close to the Laughing Lola. So now all we have left to do is actually placing our pretty flowers on, and I am going to use some more foam tape. And for all those who know me, that's another one of my favorite things is foam. Foam adds so much more to anything. So we're going to put a little piece here on the back of this one. And I think we'll set that on top of that one, like that. That looks pretty good. This one, let's just give it there. I'm not going to set these down yet because I'm still making sure that it's what I like. Maybe move that one here. I don't know, that looks pretty cute, just as is. So I think that's what I'm going to end up doing. So let's give that a piece of foam. Set that there. This one we're just going to tape it on down. And we'll put a little foam on the back of this one. And we'll put it over here. That one will just lay flat right at the edge. And this one we already put a little bit of foam on that one. So there's a kind of cute card for today. Now the stamps, let me explain these to you because this is like a fabulous deal. When you spend $50 during the month of September for National Stamping Month, and it could be in any product that you love in the brand new idea book, you will get these 3 stamp sets for just $10. So you have a bunch of shapes. Here's the flower, and here's the secondary flower that we just used. So they're both off the Cricut, and it will say over here in the corner, I don't know if you can see that or not, Art Philosophy. It tells you, and then it tells you what size to cut it and what page to look for it in your handbook. So you're going to get a bunch of really great shapes and icons. You're going to get a bunch of great sentiments. These are super fun. And there's our hugs, kisses, and best wishes. And then you're also going to get an alphabet set. All 3 of these will come together. It's $10 total for 3D size. Such a fabulous deal. Love it. If you want to get some more information, give me a buzz or email me and we can chit chat about it. Okay, again, that's our cute card for today. Happy Memorial or Happy Labor Day to everyone who's out there and off of work for today. I'm back to work tomorrow and ready to see my lovely little kitty poos. All right, have a great day. Ciao.